Aries, how are you? This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Welcome to your 2017 love overview. I'm going to go ahead and get started. You can order a 2017 reading if you just click on the link below. And I'm a little bit backlogged on my private readings right now, so as soon as I get these out, I'm going to get everybody caught up. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. All right, Aries. The way I'm going to do these readings is I'm going to pull for each quarter, and I'll do 6 cards for each quarter, and then, 9 cards for each quarter, and then overlay the next quarter on top of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Aries 2017. Aries love life in 2017. We're also going into a Mercury retrograde right now, and so communication is going to be very, very, very frustrating and difficult, and combined with the 3rd supermoon that we've had in a row and the holidays, just try not to let yourself get too frustrated and enjoy it as much as you can. All right, Aries 2016 love life. Give me a minute to adjust these. So I can make sure they all fit. Okay. All right, Aries. Well, if you've ordered a love reading from me before, this is the layout that I usually use. All the cards are connected horizontally, vertically, diagonally, and then they all revolve around this central energy right here. So for January through March, quarter 1 of 2017, Aries, it's going to be a very, very, I'm going to say flirty few months for you, because with respect to love, the 5 of Wands is definitely your energy. Okay, Wands are fire energies. And it's very light, okay? It's kind of witty banter, push and pull energy, fun-loving, flirty, okay? Just flirty. So, and I can already see that something is, either a relationship is ending, or a new one is just beginning, or there's a whole new beginning to an old relationship. You know, like maybe after the holidays, you and your loved one, if you're in a committed bond, have just kind of felt a little disconnected for a while. Well, you're going to feel connected again, okay? Or you're going to be meeting somebody or a bunch of people if you're in the dating world. Because right now, starting off in January, we have the Fool, which is the very first and last, actually, major arcana card. So it means your love life, is starting a whole entire new phase. And then on top of it, with the Ace of Rods, that also means that it's a brand new beginning, okay? The Ace of Rods also can mean, sorry if I'm offending anybody, but it can mean lots of sex. It can mean good sex, okay? So there's like a very strong attraction there. It's like a combustible type of energy, and combined with a brand new beginning and starting a whole new phase. This is very exciting, okay? So there's tons of your you're in charge of the show here. All right, Aries, you're in charge of the show. And we go from the Fool to the Ace of Rods to the 2 of Rods, okay? So what this means is your life is completely dialed in, okay? You may be looking for a relationship. You may not have that one special bond that you're looking for or waiting for. And actually, scratch that, Aries. I'm not even going to say waiting for, because you don't wait around for people. You make stuff happen, okay? And you're a fire sign. Fire signs make stuff happen. They don't wait around and decide if somebody is gonna, maybe come back to them or love them enough. It's like, get out of here, next. Okay, so that's what you're doing here. And it's going to be very pleasurable, very exciting, lots of new beginnings, and you're in charge, okay? Your life's dialed in. What this card means too, Aries, is your love life may not be fully dialed in the exact way that you want it, but you're pushing in that direction. But every other facet of your life in terms of friends, family, finances, career, volunteer activity, spiritual and religion beliefs and activities, that's all dialed in. Okay, your life is where you want it, and you're missing that one special someone, but you're putting out all of this type of positive energy and just having so much fun. And the reason why I'm saying that about these three cards again is because they revolve around this central energy. So it's fun and flirty and you're having a great time, and you don't really have any other worries in your life, Aries, in the first quarter, except for finding love. Okay, everything else is great. So you're just having a fun, you're meeting a lot of people. And again, if you're in a committed bond, a long-term bond or a marriage, again, this is a whole new level of your relationship, a whole new commitment. Love is back in many ways. Okay, you're just feeling really connected again, and then you're feeling very, very complete. Now, this card can also mean a little bit of a delay, but it's because there's that, your life's great except for you're missing that one little piece. So that's what you're doing here, is getting that and making that happen, okay? Now, Aries, for those of you who are dating or have just broken up, or there's still going to maybe be this lingering thought of, someone left or you left, and it's kind of sad at times because you remember it was emotional decision to leave, for them or for you, whoever left, okay? It was difficult, but they did, or you did, because it was what's best for you, okay? Or for them, okay? It was a hard decision, but it was the right decision, okay? And it's causing these new beginnings. It's causing this fresh new energy that's very exciting. It's causing you to feel free and excited and light and happy and flirty, all right? So, and while this is all happening, there's going to be people that maybe are more attracted to you than you are of them. Let them walk away, okay? You may be attracted to somebody that's not attracted to you as much. They will walk away, okay? But it doesn't have to be in the midst of all this fun-loving, new beginning, happy energy. This is not a big issue. It's like people are going to come and people are going to go, and you're going to keep doing your thing, and new beginnings are all around you, okay? Now, Queen of Swords is the next card. And so you're going to have all of this fun, flirty energy. You're going to have a lot of new beginnings. You're going to meet a lot of people. It's going to be very exciting and new. And then it's kind of as if you're going to step back a little bit and seek some clarity about everyone. Okay? And this could be you, Aries, or this could also be somebody that you will be meeting. Now, this is a general reading, so this doesn't have to be male or female, but this is an air sign, okay? Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So very intellectual, very chatty, very good with communication, extremely smart, and they're going to kind of maybe be stealing the show a little bit, or coming to the forefront of all these other people that you're meeting. So either they're stepping forward, or you're going to step back and really seek clarity and develop more of a strategy to move forward with one person, because you're in the midst of meeting all these people and you're having lots of new beginnings and you're loving life, but some people are coming and going. You're still continuing to have a lot of fun, but then you're going to maybe start to seek some little clarity and maybe dial it down a little bit and narrow it down to one person, okay? Now, in the midst of this, you're going to just be working, okay? 8 of Pentacles just means putting your head down, focusing on work. You're having a fun social life, but you're not forgetting about work, and you're not forgetting to build the life that you want, which you clearly have done and are doing, okay? These two are tied together. And it's a direct line here for having the life you want. You are building it. You've gotten to where you want to be, okay? Or almost. and now you're just feeling free and light and happy, and you're just not going to let anything stop you. You're just going to keep working, okay? Meeting people and working. Now, you may be meeting somebody else that kind of comes to the forefront. You could be having two strong energies, Aries, in the first quarter. We could have a Queen of Swords, or an air sign, or earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, okay? Both are strong. This is actually a new beginning. This could also be, and I know this is a love reading, but you could be meeting someone at work, okay? Because Ace of Pentacles, Pentacles do represent work and tangible items and things that we build in our lives, tangible things and money. And so you could very well be meeting and having a new beginning with somebody at work, okay? Or there could just be somebody significant coming into your life that is an earth sign, and you're going to kind of maybe focus on them, focus on this new beginning. And again, new beginnings all around, flirty energy, strong new beginnings for you here, okay? Focusing on work. I'm almost sensing that if you are meeting someone, it could very well be at work. But then you're back in your energy. And actually look at these. Here we have the Emperor. This is the card of Aries. Major Arcana. So you're working, new beginnings, fun new beginnings, okay? Sexy new beginnings. And you're in charge of like the dynamic that you want to have in this relationship, okay? Sometimes in relationships you kind of will step aside and let somebody run the show, but then you get frustrated because they want you to run the show, or nobody knows what's going on and it just gets frustrating and nobody's stepping up and taking the lead, or you want them to or they want you to. So it just gets frustrating. But this is going to be very clear that they're at least letting you have your power and at least letting you be in your element and be yourself. And it's going to be a very strong driving force in the relationship. They're not going to be judging you for who you are. They're not going to be judging you for the work that you're doing, okay? It's a very positive beginning that allows you to happily and confidently be yourself without feeling like you're always being judged or taught or like kind of devalued or talked down to or questioned all the time, okay? Now, obviously you have that in relationships sometimes, but this just is allowing you to do you, be you, okay? And it's fun and you're loving it. Okay. All right, let's move on into the second quarter, April, May, and June, which is your birthday. We have the High Priestess, the Devil, 10 of Rods, Star, Queen of Cups, 9 of Cups, 8 of Rods, the Hierophant, and 9 of Pentacles. Aries, this is beautiful. This is very beautiful because as we're leaving the first quarter and moving into the second quarter, you are in your element and you're actually being guided by your intuition, okay? The High Priestess represents calm and subtle belief in, it's like you kind of sit back and you know what's happening, and you just let it happen because you already know how it's going to play out. So you're confident in that. You're confident in your intuition. Okay, the High Priestess is extremely intuitive. And this would actually even be stronger, Aries, if you have a water sign, rising sign, like a Pisces, a Cancer, or Scorpio rising sign. And I actually do have a Pisces rising sign, and it's really funny because I can sense when something's wrong a long time before the other person comes and says, this isn't going well, or something's wrong. It's like, duh, I knew that 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago. I already knew that. But when I tried to talk to you about it, you acted like everything was fine. So it's just funny. Your intuition will be playing a major role in how your love life plays out in the second quarter. So listen to yourself. Listen to your feelings. Don't make rash judgment. But you know when something is good and when something is bad. You know when someone's not treating you right. It's not really rocket science, but you can feel it, okay? So listen to yourself. And then we have the Devil card. So we already are having a very fun time, Aries. You're already meeting people. A couple people are stepping to the forefront. They could really be proving to be very significant in your life. And there's a very strong attraction to one of them. Okay, now again, this is the Devil card. This is the card of Capricorn. So we also had the Ace of Pentacles, which represents an earth sign. So this could be a Capricorn person or earth sign person that really is stepping to the forefront. It's very sexual, it's very hot and heavy, and it's exciting, okay? And you're liking it. Now, you might be liking it a little too much, or work starts going really well, Aries, because we also have here the 10 of Rods, which means you're kind of feeling a little bit burdened. There's a little too much on your plate, okay? Now, if you've been out meeting a lot of people, or if your relationship has started to take a firm next step, an engagement, a strong commitment, moving in together, or kind of a recommitting or reconnecting if you're married, that's great. But it puts pressure on you sometimes, Aries, and so it's hard to maybe just go with the flow a little bit for you. So you tend to feel that burden, or you tend to feel that you have to take action here, take action there, or they're wanting to do this. And as we get into the spring months, Aries, life kind of always just starts to pick up a little bit, and there's a lot going on, especially if you're hot and heavy into a relationship. You can feel a little burdened. So just be okay. Be aware that this is okay. You're going to be busy, but it's definitely something that you can handle, and you want to handle it because the rods are always a sign of positivity and optimism. Okay, so you're wanting to feel this way. And then you're hopeful because we have the Star card here. So major arcana, major arcana, major arcana, major arcana. Okay, Aries, second quarter 2017 is going to be very substantial for you in terms of love. Okay, it's going to feel busy. You're going to be connected. You're going to be extremely hopeful about a relationship. Okay, possibly very emotional because it's very sexual. Okay, or at least the attraction is there. And then we move into the Queen of Cups. This is the central energy for quarter 2. And the Queen of Cups is the card of, again, intuition, because it's water energy. Okay, a little bit of a drama queen sometimes, gets a little too into how you're feeling and actually taking action on it. Okay, so maybe being a little bit too reactive instead of contemplative and temperament and peaceful, or not, that's not the word I'm looking for. Patient. Okay, she's not very patient. Okay, she kind of reacts a little bit too quickly with situations, especially when they're very emotional. Okay, and hope, sex, intuition. Okay, but it actually will end up working out in your favor. So maybe because you've listened to this and you know to just kind of step back and relax a little bit instead of going on the worry train. Okay, you are Aries, it's going to turn out all right, because then we move here into the Nine of Cups, and this is the wish fulfillment card. So this really is like you're meeting somebody, you're very happy, they are everything that you have ever wanted in a person, or if you didn't know that you wanted that type of person, they're definitely meeting your needs. They're meeting your emotional needs, okay? And you're very happy about it. There's lots of communication in the second quarter, right? The Eight of Rods, lots of communication. This is Cupid's arrow. So they may be very, very attracted to you, and they may be emotionally, maybe giving too much, but it's what you're needing and what you've been missing, and it's coming directly at you, and they're very serious because the next card is the Hierophant, and this can be the card of marriage alliance. Okay, so if you're starting a new relationship, or if you're not in one and you're going to be starting one, you're meeting a lot of people in first quarter. Second quarter, you're really hot and heavy with somebody. You're very excited. They're very excited. All of your emotional needs are being met. All of your physical needs are being met. All of your intuition needs are being met. Okay? You're very happy. All of your communication needs are being met. And And it could be going to this next level of solidifying the commitment, okay? If you're in a committed bond, it's going very well, and there's recommitment, you're on the same page, you're on the same wavelength, vibes are good, and you're just happy. You're just happy. Okay? You're just content. Life is good. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Again, another earth symbol of earth. So this could be your energy, okay? She always has a bird with her. I should be picking these up so you can see him. She always has a bird with her, and she's usually in a garden of some sort, buried with fruit, and then the pentacles. So this is a woman or a man that has built the life that he or she wants, okay? Has built the life that you want. Financially, very stable. Materialistically, very stable. Great family life, great friend life, great social life, okay? Great spiritual life. And it's as if, same with the Nine, these are actually kind of counterparts, okay? Life is good, you're getting everything you need, and you need the emotional side, or and then you get it, okay? This is somebody that's fully independent, that's actually ready to enter into a committed bond where it's not, relationships can be codependent, or one person can be codependent, or you can be two individual people, and it's great to be independent within a relationship, but then there's no dance between the two of you. In order to be in a very successful relationship, you need to both be independent people, perfectly stable on your own, but then you enter into it with this agreement to have this dance together, okay? And that's what this is. You're ready to be in that type of relationship, okay? And it looks like they're ready and they're wanting it too, and they're bringing this to you, okay? Because you're like this, all right? All right, Aries, let's look into quarter 3. The Tower, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, the Magician, King of Rods, Justice, the Hanged Man, 10 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. There could be some upset in a relationship. There could be a breakup in quarter 3. Okay. It could be, if you're really getting really hot and heavy with somebody and it gets really serious really fast. I mean, that's never really that you can realize later that you are afraid of that a little bit. And so there's some upset that allows you to kind of rebuild that foundation with them. And it does take work. Okay, so whatever is going to happen in the third quarter, it's going to be emotional, and it's going to take a lot of work, and you're going to be a little bit tired of working towards rebuilding this foundation, and you're going to be a little skeptical about it, all right? So obviously, I don't know what happens or what's going to happen, but you're going to be skeptical. You're not really going to want to really look at it or work through it or even think about it. You may be wanting to actually just turn your back and move forward, Aries, but I don't think that you will, because you eventually, and sometimes Aries, you'll just shut things down, shut it off, and then wait to see how the door is open, and then you carefully and cautiously decide if you want to proceed or not. So I'm sensing that that's how you will be handling this, okay? And you will decide to move forward and restart, because we have the Magician here, okay? Now, you may be deciding to restart with somebody else, but I don't think so, because I feel like you're going to actually be taking on this energy, the King of Rods, which is your energy, okay, fire energy, and you're going to be taking responsibility and accountability for what is happening here, okay? And it will allow you to have some sort of strong new beginning, and it will be a fair decision, fair discussion between the two of you, okay? Somebody else could be coming into the picture that is a fire sign. That is a possibility, okay? But I'm actually sensing more that this is you taking responsibility for your side of it, having discussions, okay? And there's lots of discussions. This could be discussions about the future, but the commitment isn't actually made yet. It's just discussions. Then there might be cold feet, there might be a fight, and then you're coming back around. Okay, that's what I'm really sensing. And then Aries, we have the Justice card, Hanged Man, Ten of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles. So there's definitely a decision that's going to be made, a strong decision. And then there's a waiting period. And it is going to end in a very emotional, it's going to take its toll on you emotionally. But you quickly move out of that. Okay? You quickly move into a much more grounded state of mind. Okay? And if you look at this line, actually if you look at this line too, we have not really wanting to accept what is happening yet. Taking charge for yourself, taking control of yourself, and then waiting to overcome the trials. Okay? If we look at this line, we have tearing down and rebuilding of a foundation, you again, okay, being true to yourself, taking responsibility, and then stepping forward towards the future on a much more firm grounding, firm footing. Okay? So I like, this could mean that the fight is over. If you have some sort of fight, this doesn't have to necessarily mean that you feel that somebody has stabbed you in the back and you're heartbroken. It can, but it can also just feel like this temporarily because it's right next to the Hangman, which is a card of waiting for the trial to be overcome. So this will quickly surpass, and then you'll be more grounded and on firm footing and be more confident and graciously move forward with the situation. Let's move into fourth quarter 2017. Six of Swords. Knight of Rods. Seven of Swords. Six of Pentacles. King of Cups. The World, Major Arcana. Temperance, Major Arcana. Knight of Pentacles. Six of Cups. All right, so in the fourth quarter, Aries, end of 2017, there is going to be a journey. It could be a mental journey or a physical journey. Okay, it's where you're going to find some peace, to find relaxation. Okay, rest and relaxation. In terms of love, you could be going with somebody, or you could be traveling to see someone. And then again, this is so strong. There's so much of your energy in here, Aries. Then we have the Knight of Rods. So somebody is going to be coming towards you with propositions. They're going to be taking action. This actually can mean a change of residence. So you may be moving, Aries, at the end of 2017. You may very well be moving. Okay? And then we have the Seven of Swords. And this is a card of kind of sneaky behavior, or overconfidence is the word I like to use for it. Kind of feeling like sometimes when people think they're getting away with something, they're really not, but they kind of, and they know it themselves, but they kind of try it anyway. That's what this card is representing. And you may be just tired of this behavior because, again, Aries, you are so intuitive, especially if you have a water sign rising. You see right through the bullshit. You might play along with it to see how things transpire, but you definitely know what's going on well before the other person has any idea that you've caught on. And that's probably what's happening here, is you're seeing something unfold in front of you, and you're just kind of watching and waiting. Okay? And you may actually be moving because of this. Okay? You may just be like, peace out, I'm done, I'm moving. Got a new job, okay? This could be work related. I met somebody, I'm moving. It's an important relationship, I'm moving, okay? All right. And then we have this card of giving, this card of reciprocity, Equal giving, equal receiving. Now, in relationships, you want to have the type of relationship that is, there's 5 levels of relationship, and level 4 and level 5 are this. Level 4 is, it's a very good relationship, okay? But it is in instance a transactional relationship, okay? You may love each other, you give, they give, not necessarily in terms of one person needs the other one for money. It's not about that. It's just, it's a transactional relationship. So there is love, there is a deep connection, but it's kind of like you do this and so I do that. Or if you don't do this, then I'm not going to do that. Or you did this, so now I'm mad. That's a transactional relationship, okay? It's a high level relationship, but there is a higher level, and that is where you just love unconditionally. Now, you are always, a lot of times people are bouncing in and out of that level 4, level 5 relationship, because you can love unconditionally, but then you can only take so much inconsistency or so much BS or so much something from your partner before you decide to bump it down to a transactional relationship and then actually start calling them out, or they stop putting up with you. Okay, so ideally in a unconditional love relationship, you both treat each other with respect. There's equal giving, equal receiving, and life moves on and you're both happy, okay? But sometimes you bump down into that equal giving, equal receiving, or you bump down into that transactional relationship. This card can represent both of those types of relationships, okay? So just know that when you're in that mindset of, well, you're not doing this for me, so I'm not going to do that for you, or you didn't do this, so I'm not doing that. When you're in that mindset, try to figure out how you can elevate that thought to the 5th level, okay, of unconditional love. How do you communicate that to your partner? How do your actions not become reactive to what they are or are not doing for you, okay? Keep that in mind. At the end of 2017, this could be a scenario for you. Love will prevail because we do have the King of Cups, though. This could be a water sign entering into your life. It actually could be a water sign coming back, okay? Actually, water or air. Water or earth. Because we have the 6 of Cups, and this is kind of a resurfacing relationship, okay? This is a past relationship coming back. I am sensing you're definitely moving, most likely, Aries, because we have the 6 of Swords, the Knight of Rods, which does mean change of location. This means travel. This also can mean change of location, okay? The world. Now, these people might be coming back or might be communicating with you from the past because you may be leaving. You may be moving, okay? Keep that in mind. You will be very patient and kind and calm because, again, Aries, you're going to be in a really good relationship. They may, leave, new people might come, but there's kind of this ongoing, in your love life in 2017, there's a really big commitment that is made. It may crumble a little bit, but then it's going to be rebuilt. But you're not also seems like you might be making a decision to move. So you may be moving with somebody, Aries, okay? You could be moving actually with a water sign or an earth sign. That is somebody from your past. Or you could just be moving, okay? And then because of the move, you're kind of reconnecting with them to say, hey, thank you. It was great knowing you. I'm leaving. I'm going to be here, blah, 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 okay? You may be moving with somebody, though. That's going to be interesting to see how that transpires. So, anyway, you're going to be very patient and calm. Again, this is you just kind of managing your emotions and not worrying so much about what the other person's thinking. You're going to kind of bounce in and out of this unconditional love feeling and not worry so much about what you're giving, because again, earlier in the year, you've really set your life up to be exactly how you want it to be, and you're very content. It's like you're not having money problems, you're not having spiritual problems, you're not having emotional problems, you're just happy with your life, and love and finding love is the focus, okay? Or really reconnecting with your partner and really making some adjustments in your relationship so you both can ultimately be as happy as you possibly can be. Okay? All right, now let's pull some overall energy cards for 2017. High level, overall, like what's the main focus through the year. And it's, again, there are major changes because this is a card of endings and beginnings, okay? Like out with the old, in with the new. Love is the main focus for you, Aries. And you will be getting what you want because the Three of Rods does mean kind of putting all of your energy out there, working, doing everything you can, and then actually meeting it. It's like you're waiting for your ships to come in. And this is a card of mercantilism, so it's a card of building and then receiving. And that's what you've done. Especially we saw that in the first quarter. You are going to be meeting a lot of people. You are going to be dating a lot. You're going to be extremely flirty. Like, life is good. You're happy. You're secure. You're content. And love is your focus. And that's what you're going for. Because you don't really have other worries in your life. Okay? You've set your life up to be safe and secure. And you're set. You just want love. And so in the first quarter, you're putting a lot of energy into it. And so that's what you're really doing. Boom, first quarter, meeting a gazillion people, having so much fun, building your network, building your friendships, and then just kind of seeing where the chips fall and see what happens. And you're taking charge in your love life, Aries. That's the main focus of 2017. You're taking charge in your love life. Love will definitely be in the air throughout, okay? There's always good times and bad times. Love is in the air throughout all of 2017. For you, Aries, and you will be reaping what you sow. And I don't want to put it that way. That's not what I mean. You will be successful because ultimately the Three of Rods, Three of Wands means that you've put something out there and it's going to be coming back to you tenfold. Okay, so that is the name of the game for 2017. All right, Aries. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Leave your comments below and let me know your thoughts. And if you want to order one of these, you can click on my website and order them. And like I said, I'm a little bit behind on my private reading, so I'm getting all those caught up as soon as I get these out. And then we will go from there. You can also order monthly readings. My January readings will be up shortly after these. So, in the next few days, those will be up. All right, well, thank you so much. Bye.